Hey everyone, and welcome to Around the York Adams Interscholastic Athletic Association Division III football. I'm Blue Boy. We got big games to cover, so let's get into it. So this first episode is Week 10 review and district playoff previews for quarterfinals for those who are in quarterfinals. And we're going to kind of predict that a little bit for some of our games. So, yeah, let's get into it. But on to the review for Week 10 of the YAIAA D3 football. So, first game I'm going to talk about is a free game. As nothing really happened. It was a blowout, technically speaking. First game. I do not know if it was an away game or a home game because it's not even listed up on Max Preps anymore. We'll get to that right in just one moment here. So this game was won 2-0 to Hanover through a forfeit. Why is this a free win for Hanover? They're 0-9. Look at this record here. They're 0-9. What even in the heck happened for them to get a free win? Well, let's see here. So yep. Fairfield forfeited their season because of their inability to safely field a team. I feel bad for that part because even though they're going to be blown out, they're going to be blown out in the records. I mean, they already were. They barely scored anything. The only game they scored in was a game against Burm using their JV squad, apparently. Got like 12 points out of it. Good for them. Oh, but Fairfield, they just lost right out the get-go. Let me just pull up Fairfield. Their first few games anyways were 69-0, home against Steelton High Spur. And that was their first week. Second week, going up against Eastern York away, they went 75-0. And then it all went chaotic from there for Fairfield. They get a forfeit against Hamburg away. They lost. Then they lost to Burm, 42-13, fielding their JV squad. And then they forfeited against Biglerville, which that was supposed to be Biglerville's homecoming game. That never happened. We got a free dub for Biglerville. And then after that, that's when the news broke that Fairfield was forfeiting, canceling the rest of their football season for due to their inability to field a team safely because they had loads of injuries. Prayers out to them, honestly, if there's loads of injuries. Don't want that happening. But it sucks that they're not playing, especially all them people and whatnot. It's just, man, that is real unfortunate. But back to this. Hanover is now 1-9 this season overall. I'm only going to be counting the overall stuff because it's going to count towards districts. There's no counties in football, I think, unless we're talking about European football, which that's soccer. And everything else has counties probably, but I guess football doesn't. But, all right, now the second game. Littlestown going up against Uh, Bermudian Springs. Bermudian Springs won 42-0. I know, it's crazy. No doubt, they're the best team in the YAIAA D3 in football. But hey, their squad's mostly seniors, so what are you going to do about it? So, but watch out for them in districts, because they're probably going to be the favorite in 3A. They are now 9-1 overall. They only lost to New Oxford in week 1, which we'll get to we'll get back to New Oxford in a little bit in our segment called Within the County. So it'll be like outside the YAIAA D3. So I'm all really gonna cover like Gettysburg, New Oxford, unless something appeasing happens in the other parts of YAIAA. So, and now, in Littlestown, what in the heck happened to y'all? You blew out Biglerville in week 9. Of course, I'm sad by that. As a person who goes to Biglerville, that just sucks, honestly. But, and now you're getting blown out by Burm. Littlestown's not as good as they say they are. Don't worry, Biglerville's like that too, but we're actually higher seated than Littlestown, so take that. So yeah, they are in the district conversation. They did make it, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Littlestown is now 6-4 overall. In our third game, we have York Catholic away at the Lone Catholic. Yep, the two Catholic schools in our division going head to head in this one. I was right about York Catholic being away. And DeLone won that game 31-14. And these two teams still have to face each other because they're the only two teams participating in 1A of the PIAA Division 3. Because Fairfield's also in that part, and they're not even in conversation, unfortunately. York Catholic, because I think they're 3-6, maybe 4-6. I'm not 100% sure. But they're like 2-4 in just YAIAA. DeLone, they're gonna win for sure. 1A, they in their own district there, and they're 8-2 overall now. So yeah, that's gonna be easy for them. And our final game that happened, it was Biglerville going up against York County Tech. Biglerville was home for that. And that game was, I believe, 39-6. Biglerville taking the win. Don't know why it says it was on Saturday, but it was on Friday night, and we won that game. Biglerville, they are easily seated third in our district. Just going to cruise on by in districts. But they will have to face Berks Catholic tonight for districts. So, if we got an interview from that Biglerville game, I'm going to turn it over to Wyatt.
I'm on the Hawk to a podcast.
No. Hello, everyone. I'm Blue Boy. I am joined with, what's your name, sir?
Braden Pierce.
All right, nice to meet you, Braden Pierce, even though I didn't know you IRL. So, what is your thoughts on tonight's game?
We played very well.
Yeah.
Our offense actually did really good. Aiden Kaufman back. It helped us a lot.
Definitely, yeah. I feel like he's the Rodri of our team because with Man City, Rodri, no winning. And for us, it's like, yo, Aiden, we don't have Aiden, no winning, or we win with a low score.
Yeah.
So what did you do tonight?
I had an interception, a couple tackles.
So what's your thoughts on that?
It was good. It was fun.
Speak louder.
Oh, it was fun. Like, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your
You're welcome, Wyatt.
All right. Back to you, Wyatt.
All right. Thank you, Wyatt, for that interview with Braden Pierce. Of course, I know the guy personally, so yeah. But now here is our segment. Before we get into district stuff within 3A, because two of our teams in the YAIAA D3 is playing in 3A quarterfinals for the PIAA, which is the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association, District 3. We're going to talk about the teams outside, which really just New Oxford and Gettysburg. At the New Oxford, they are the outright, undisputed, whatever you want to call it, York Adams Interscholastic Athletic Association Division II football champs, and they are going to be number 1 seeded in 5A for the PIAA D3 5A bracket. Their last game, they won 31-3. I know, New Oxford's good team. No wonder why they won against Burm in week 1. But Eastern York, going into this game, it was going to be tied basically if Eastern York won 8-1. You had 9-0 New Oxford at the time. But now, with New Oxford, them being the YAAA D2 chance for football, they also get the number 1 seed because they were undefeated in they're just too good of a team. And literally all of the teams that have a bye in 5A are undefeated. And then going to Gettysburg, they are not making districts. However, their last game was against Lower Dolphin. They lost to Lower Dolphin 35-31, unfortunately. That's it for their season, but now we can talk about the district previews for 3A. All right, so here is our PIAA District 3 3A class bracket preview. So we have 2 teams that are from the YAIAA Division 3 part of us, and we have 1 team that has a bye for 3A. Of course, that will be on next week, but we gotta focus on this week. We got a home game at Biglerville. Biglerville going up against the number 5 seed, Berks Catholic. Biglerville, they were 7-3 overall this season. Berks Catholic, they were 6-4 this season. And our other team is Littlestown. They go up against Scoil Valley, and Littlestown, they are away. Littlestown, they are the final seed. They are the last seeded in the district playoff. Well, for 3A. They go up against Scoil Valley, who finished 8-2 this season. Number 3 seed, they play at Scoil Valley. My predictions for this, I'm still thinking Biglerville is going to get out of the quarterfinal. If they don't they either get railed by Birds, which I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to play their Burm. Burm probably going to get railed by Burm because Burm is good. We lost to Burm when we played them. But Biglerville going up against Berks Catholic. We're going to compare them side to side here. Of course, I'm not really going to show a lot of stuff up here because I don't have time to do it. Biglerville, they played Anvil Cleona, like, in their non-conference games. Let me go back to them, actually. They played Anvil Cleona first week, barely beat them by 3 points. From what I heard from, so word on the street, as they all say, Berks Catholic beat Anvil Cleona 49-14. I don't know. I hope we're not cooked. Because we either get beat there or we beat at home or we win at home but get beat at Burr. So we're in a bad situation anyways. But I think Biglerville is going to win this match. I'm not going to predict scores because I'm not that good at that. But there's that. And in our other game, we got Littlestown going up against Scoil Valley at Scoil Valley. I'm going to say Littlestown loses that match because Littlestown's not that good. I mean, Biglerville lost to them in a blowout, like 27-0, but or something. I'm not 100% sure. Editor will put the correction right around here. And Littlestown's not that good. They had a chance where we could have easily got into we just couldn't do anything. But Biglerville is going, I think they are going to advance tonight, and Littlestown say bye, 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 bye. Start packing your bags and get out of districts because you don't even belong here. That's what you're going to get. You're going to say sayonara when you lose to Scoil Valley. But that is going to be it. Thank you all for watching this edition. And I'll see you all next week for next round of district previews.